platforms. When you born and news what me say or yare no nam. At the time I even know a finance minister. So at the time I now taking those decisions as to whether or not he was on the right frame of mind. And I say because some of the decisions now no taking sometimes you wonder whether the guy was even thinking right or not. So yare there. No or yare that anye no be yare. So that one we understand. But you see, facing prosecution, you know, we are talking about a person, you know, either say or holding. So obeti yatena be bisa na no asem. Because nobody, and I can say arrested Ken Ofori Attah. You say why you near baako ana mienu. So Ken Ofori Attah is not to be a bedridden, or be a damn password untimi nyahwe, and answer or immobilized, like or the how ye nye and I want lose the sanity. I will be sent as a untimi no. And it's not as if that he cannot travel. Because Ghana for more UK last week, Omuhunu London. And I think that the video and the pictures, what will be? So on your be own to mean to coin. So the impression they are trying to create is oyare and there be a that onyam koya oyare for that one we understand. But the fact is every single criminal activity via a course under Akufo-Addo government via no Ken Ofori Attah is involved. Every single criminal business via. So he's the masterpiece of this whole corruption puzzle I try to unlock as a country. So are a person of interest. And he said this whole thing started, Makase, the office of the special prosecutor, no, we need to decommission that particular office. And since the day almost started, abesi na makacho akoko kra muntimi fa akoko to akoko ni for okroma. A waste of resources. For me, see a person fighting corruption. We have state institutions that our order that say a resource more like the AG Yoko and as a former. We can easily deal with this. This kisia been press conferences of emotional sometimes say usu so you don't even know what he's doing. For me, the office of the special prosecutor must be decommissioned. Now you focus on some of these things. You see, the approach now I adopt, and no one ever Ken Ofori Attah the oye. Because in the first place, gentleman ya accusing no or set a time, Amero Benya Huamba, ya jitu man. In the course of the surgery, or say ya diagnosing no captain. It didn't happen at the expiry date of 2nd June or the Mayano. But Otana Siama. Your friend say, "Emerana would the man aswa we aka 3 days, you know, and or the letter bro say your friend is saying, and they are scheduled no for another surgery." And all this thing I course no, sir diagnosis nearby, no, he could have communicated to the office of the special prosecutor. Now you say, "Oh, every change arrangement and I change," and they say in there, and he's gotten to a point that he's telling us, officer, yeah, Zoom meeting. And I'm telling you, say, Metana Hakacho said the gentleman is not willing to come because only Oba de Besi. Because Oba said, special prosecutor for any we are, Yoko for Bafano. Yoko for Fana, national security for Bafano.
National security we are, and I be Bafano.
Because every single criminal activity be until Obenya Kwanya Kono, and the keto, and wound to me, I Atiwaka crowd much wound to me, no. Who said, Mekwa Masubayase, and it's the reason why he's playing all this game. Because Yare or Yare, but the fact is that Onya immobilizer own to me move around. And for me, that is the sad aspect of this whole thing. And these are the people, young people in this country. It's me sort of boss was he defending these people. Now, when people for some what you want to know, or mom for crime, papa, so maybe say, and the national security for Uncoto, Kente, your friends say, among Coto, Kete, into a monk of a boy, because and then I will say, respect to and Yacho, because we say, because our arrest warrant was issued. So, what again do you need? Say, young for crime, papa, so they are arrested, and you have a bone to me, my young Kohan Ketenim Pintini and some Fanconi. Now, who say yes, national security for Baba Fan and answer saying, you see. These are people who are minor men, and then they are bold enough to tell us, or no, you're ready. Say, or mine because on Tiapon as a Ghana for you ready, you're in your Zoom way. Zoom now, man for free, say, a track, Captain. Say, Ghana, a buying person on the Ken Ofori Attah Zoomer. We need to notify the US authorities. You cannot do it because this is a criminal proceedings. And the answer now by yes, no. That letters rogatory must be written to the AG's department in America to seek authorization. Now, amongst one who say a case in our air course, no, a political witch hunting, no mum, a clear case of corruption, asa, and sana when you want Kenya, and then I had that particular conference call, no, and easy saka ya, now the camera question because issue no in the future, no, might proceed to court. one in the corner catch and say, and some no kind, he was under duress and as for that particular evidence now what gathered from him, no, cannot stand the test of your friend saying. Prove evidential value now or pay at court, no, and to me yet. So this whole process now all come and for who is samples as a Zoom, no, it's not just Zoom. We have to officially write to the AG's department in America just to notify them, say, because a criminal proceedings, a quite civil are fine because there are people who we can easily engage on Zoom then as if because and now say a criminal proceedings. Now our consequences in the future about involve evacuation and as for we need to do all these things and he knows. So it's just a matter of just dragging the process and he also knows very well that your friend saying mutual legal treaties are America and other countries or Ghana but your cooperation and for you to evacuate Ken Ofori Attah never Kruma say no and the keto who's a man for say Interpol red alert as well. You think it's easy? It's not easy when the gentleman is not ready to come because he is playing I am sick card on humanitarian grounds. Obia or say oyare only ready to move, no Interpol, no FBI can force him out of the jurisdiction. To do that, it will have to be decided by a court in the United States of America by providing all the documents na court ashema who say and some now can based on the documents I examine and so forth. And your mom to say, oh, young no, if he's not willing to come, and easy. And that should tell you, say, I'm the bonnet and on what the year Numa Okroma say, Google a man for banker say businesses, Abon Kwasia Bosia myself your mind there come and that Chronoa Cassia Kosa Ken Ofori Attah involved, and he's bold enough to look us in the face Ghana for I am not willing to answer to you because they may pay money and maybe away he can decide never to come to this country because they've been able to move monies outside this country. So maybe or he's okay, you understand? That tells you the kind of politics that we do in this country. And Abraham and no near TV, so another beer we are talking about Ken Ofori Attah no. Not yes a time and no be time no. And as a beer, I bind and no be time no. They have no respect for the people of this country. Only Bonia wedding to know all Mets and Hakra will be son as them. And now when you could do it was a Zoom no pe. Na Chrono and Kwasiabusia now bono Zoom. Cathedral now all time Sika Momudi to a man and Zoom no year or society Sika Koye. You see, these are people who are not credible. They are very dishonest characters. And Akufo-Addo and Akufo-Addo and Akufo-Addo because Captain the minimum said, say kasa why I don't when you're born here. All that you have to do is say, oh, I'm available on this date. Me bad more babeka. Simple as that. And people know say why you are no. Ebia they want to me for me. When you demonstrate, say indeed. And you are willing to cooperate. Oh, as a former. And the surgery can answer me as to whether the surgery will be done, whether there will be complications or not, you don't know. Time of recovery in as a forum. And as a surgery, in bum crowd and someone say because you can't set a busy cano, you cannot evacuate or extradite him by force over the neighbor until say or no are willing to come. And from the Ken Ofori Attah, maybe our videos will catch us say, and now there's a branch and Kruma say. He's not willing to come. And then we are here. Mark it somewhere. We may sit here next year, sitting here and be talking about Ken Ofori Attah not being in Ghana. Because on your already saw Baba. Because on him the fate that awaits him. And on him say he can never buy himself out of the cases now air cost. So the only way out, and they say, we play the kind of games now. For me, I think that we can proceed. Captain, the last time I catch you, the Nuremberg trial, Abrana. Even those who died were tried in absentia because the principles of natural justice indicate that the accused must be heard. This is a guy who is waving all these opportunities in as for them. So I think if it is possible to take a statement from him, we should proceed and go to court and if possible convict him. Conviction is not only about within the jail. The mere fact that the person has been convicted is enough because whenever he steps into this country, he becomes a subject of a prison inmate. Now, say, oh man, so then that's what you are. You bet me see prison get to a year womb, and I think that Ghanaians will be satisfied because Bonia Ken Ofori Attah Edi under Akufo-Addo no, he cannot go scot free, and every single criminal case be a cost be no or can be. And the very people in the MPP are now more adjacent to Ken Ofori Attah or Ken Ofori Attah no, and then let that honor. Omra Mayina no can ato idea sabi just a force no maneba kroma. And for me, case must be transferred from the office of the special prosecutor. Now say Yoko no be dealia, maybe they should find a way of maybe cooperating with the American authorities if there is a way be a ometimi afa so de na ba na no na make us obi say the best way betimi de ba na say omon kidnap no mfa ne sakim no mfa no mra because if he decide to play I am sick card na captain on humanitarian grounds it's very difficult to deal with it. Not special prosecutor and transfer a case in my Yoko. Now anyway we betimi but for me I think that this whole thing is impossible. Dragging Ken Ofori Attah to come to this country when he's not willing to come, no, it's not possible. Say betimi force on the number based on cars in our say play. I am sick, you know. It's all the kind of ordeal. And going forward, no, say the to me money power. It's not just about the NDC MPP. We need to look for minds are accountable, they are very honest and ready to serve this country with dignity. Their allegiance should be to the people of this country, to the constitution and to the flag of this country. Not people who are working at the behest of certain porn masters. Everything that they do is to satisfy the parochial interest of themselves and these masters because Ken Ofori Attah even he was not even serving the interest of the MPP as a political party. It is the reason why at some point in time his own people were calling for his head. Now at some point in time then when I'll be a chief defender. Captain, now no research. Do you know say Sika echo wound to me as an individual? As such as Sika echo Ashanti region. In terms of development, because I'm trying to find out if there is a single development in Ashanti region under 8 years Akufo-Addo it cost anywhere around $50 million. If there is a single project in a whole of the Ashanti region, the value through $50 million, wouldn't to me a pocketed more than that. So it's just one person now you're richer than the entire Ashanti region, the base of the party. Now what's in a bass him say me baba say you side the when indeed even though you one for but the evidence are quite clear. You understand? So I think the Ghana for my ninte now you move beyond this emotional partisan activism over the years in NDC because people do all this silly nasty stuff because of omunim say to the idea among for better TV so radio so defend because you one political party you fire adwuma but if we begin to approach issues dispassionately, devoid of emotions, devoid of partisan allegiances and affiliations, that kind of connections. Now we are looking at issues from a very nationalistic point of view. Say Ghana for if we're able to strike the balance between red and black, now you say this is evil, this is good. These people, their motivation to do some of the things that they do, Captain, it will not be there. But as long as we sit on TV and fight over issues, we try to bury the truth and hide behind partisan cars. These people will continue to have energy to do some of these things because in a country serious, these people, everybody across the political divide would expect Ken Ofori Attah will come to this country for us to face justice. But the question is, why is he not willing to come? And he's even ridiculing the people of this country, and his people are here just playing the same card as if say Sabi. They are trying to take things away from. But me say John Mahama be the president 4 years. After 4 years, he will be no more president. Another person will come. Ghana is the constant figure in this whole narrative. You understand? So allegiance should be to this republic. But people come in the name of political party and they take silly decisions at the end of the day to endanger the prospect of this country. Look at things that Ken Ofori Attah did. For instance, Cathedral na ye kan ho asemi. Akufo-Addo did in sako bomb mine si come for $50 million. Or also for 15 million Ghana cedis. And yes, contract ahuru ase binyansa nim. Na ene nipa hospitals na for there is no single hospital betimi do omo say ye shall see hospital ye wie agenda 111 me hu so no share dan me have worked at the hospital captain ye can hospital nye dan is ho dan no is just 40% of it stocking it that is the hospital na dan ye hospital a dan is not hospital stocking it with state of the art equipment and a money hospital and this sika na ye waste ye over the years yentimi ansi hospital ha na Ken Ofori Attah timi hwe Ghana for anim so ono as a finance minister for 8 good years the care ne surgery na ope there is no hospital in Ghana betimi dia ma no enti ono no okọ Mayo Clinic which is one of the biggest hospital in America when sika to the extent say obetimi akọ na wa wuti kejeti a woton mamone na woton ko obi no wo yare a can you even come to Kolebu? Can you see hospital Esiafari 8 years they allowed the hospital to destroy. I dissipated to a point and equipment say or not to make a plane ticket, call way, aqua hen ho yare. Make sure say one as an individual no. So what yare and then no china. Can you do the same thing? That Captain, that is the question that we should be asking ourselves. Can you go to even Accra as a kike? But your Jai hospital, nobody is even talking about it. And for me, that is the shame. So Ghana for to say now you move beyond this emotional politics. Now you making sure say the abject who say politics, me party, that is good. But the constant factor in this whole equation is Ghana. And everything that we do must be in the interest of these people. I'm sure say people who come to serve will serve us in dignity. They will know say they are serving the people. It is not just about minimum sana. And for that reason, and look at a lot of the fake certificates that are coming into the system. I think that even government say yeah, nipa with the certificate about Kuroma. Captain, I'm telling you, about 60% are fake. I'm telling you this from a very reliable source. Ghana for them, about 60% of the certificate they present in this country are fake. I'm asking government to set up a desk. I verify every single certificate coming from outside. And we need to be very sincere. Now you're making sure say we are serving this country with dignity. Because say my boy party, no of an president. Ken Ofori Attah said because Akufo-Addo even in his own party he was scared. MPP for Nankasa no Muslim don't mean Kanasem. They take all the decisions and Amraba be you are no investigating some or can't just say you zoom man. And that is here we are today, and we are not making any progress. This conversation will be coming up and there will be no progress. So for me, I think government aggression on corruption, we need to activate it and make sure every single means be able to processes, and even if it will not be possible, let us start it. The extradition, whatever we need to do just for Ghana to know, we try our best. But the gentleman is not willing to come. But the special prosecutor, the honor emotional press conference, we are sick and tired because officers are not there. Press conference, Ghana for are really serious. And I'm asking them, prosecuting these people a sacred responsibility at Ghana for. Now I don't make $1 1 cedi. If he does not hold these people accountable, Ghanaians will never forgive him. Because in the last 8 years, we saw the atrocities, the disrespect, the vulgar impunity with which these people operated. Ghana for Kenyans, they did all that they could because they had that particular power. We need to send a message. Say, we need to there are breaks. Even in America, a president, they are very powerful. There are certain things you cannot do. Trump attempted to extradite certain individual courts was stopping and a whole lot of way. And that break, and the democracy. But Africa now yet, it looks as if we have power bit my BBR. That is why you are consistently losing trust in democracy. What was that countries which are going cool? Now yet, president so more who need people are losing trust in democracy. We need to make sure that we build confidence once again. And some of these things, so the young people will continue to make noise. There are people on the radar in the coming days. They'll be coming up. I think that it's not just B. Say Yednako Yoko. Say your friend Chamawun to be a Saturday to Oko Court. That is your friend say, is it on the 9th of this month to say way? I think that is what you should be. It's not like say Achinipana Kona and no one see Yantepi. Ghanaians are following keenly because a time will come, Ghanaians will begin to ask all these questions. My culture say, many Ghanaians thought the NDC and MPP the same thing. Oba, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. This is a time for John Mahama to make a striking difference and know the NDC and the MPP are not the same. And for that matter, he's ready to deal with these people. And for me, that is what I'm for. It is not about any individual, it is about the greater good of this country. Now, you send a message loud, clear, say, Ghana, and you're here for Kwaneko prison. Now, among for Motina offices, politically influential people that we are Kenya, several Mudidi, Sabian Sebuno, they too can go to jail.
Right. Senior, I'm not 2 minutes for Kakasos on the encore.
Mate, maybe last Mecano Hatchet GB said, Oshe, Ankane, the previous years when MPP4, then your platform be a Nasa Betinaso, Nasa, on a bed air Casa. Between Kase NBC for a corrupt. betimi kan aka say we NDC ni a kire MPP ni a NDC ba so betimi che no etu na na be refi say Prof Nose ba so no ono no yes o on de oya asomdwe hene enti ye oniema bi wo ho a dede ne nasefo na wo mpe ene ne man krofo bi a na ba wiewia sika e wo kurom ha si benya beti edidi mu ene no free on President Mahama nso bae ono no nso bae no yes I say father for all that father for all attitude no enso man krofo bi a na esenka o chibe no wantumi anyeden anchibe enti no be fasade no say oh eye be no mum ne ba nya den ba nhye da anya de bon and sometimes there was a perception we say oh be de krono de benim krono bo betim de pen bo krono a wuntim nya den wuntim enchebe enda no aba be clear so now tim de pen bo krono wa bra yintim nchew ana wuntim fa pen embo krono no aban asesa se wo he OSP ayi issue ya enra oye ho press conference yi me no sane Ivan ka me hu ni say anhwa ebekwa akoye ti say the old narrative na ye be press conference no ye be discuss various platforms so na asem no ayden akoda because this is somebody what wants afre no say omra no aka che o say oyare into ntumba somewhere January num honum in February num o kire say oh wo yade no wo hwa obekọ akoye operation somewhere in March ni mu nyina no wa meka hwe enti time bia no wo te hwa wo twen say OSP ebeto ne nsafro na wa use wo underlying medical condition e dey make excuse say wo kwa akoye surgery ana say onti apontimuntim yede untim emma in any case say obi yare a kwan ne kire say nipa no oyare wo na nkasa na former finance minister no onye doctor OSP so onye doctor enti yem saa nipa mienu bia no entimu enkyere the condition na uwom no enti se ye nokre se oyare na se bia yeden wo hwe wo ho yade a eye doctor ene yeden hwe adenti a o ma doctor no ema offense medical report na on analyze the issue no ema yehu say pe AOBNC nunti no bia obeba be operation eda sei na no crampo no obetimi a kire say because of that condition nunti no otu kwan a enye yie what I say but when na chi no o me ka he time bia no akwa to say o de Ghana for any OSP no adwen diago o twen say ye beba be den ye be frew ye frewa na wanya bibi ayden aka wom see this is somebody Ken Ofori Attah won ni timu edin say uhu ni sa no he die odi amanfo akomu okrom ha nne onu ni timu ay ne da o che ho a o ka say o hia zoom ayi no he banks ya ogugu nu won
nipa ewuwo mu no
nipa ba wu
o de enfensi ayempo yempo
no the haircut buy amanfo collapse okrom ha wu ya amanfo have tension everybody ya be wu you know the same person
Captain say o declare no want tade dia babi abehia de bia dead babi agada dia abehia de bia che no
o tumi so na o de
babi abachi de bia
o de na ba
che no 5 CDs
awena asena fe ye nane ye homra